Hey guys, welcome back to Happy Face Holdem. This is vlog episode number 4. I appreciate you being here with me today. For this episode, I take a trip down to the Gardens Casino in Hawaiian Gardens, California. You may remember an epic episode of Brad Owen's vlog, or maybe it was Andrew Neme's vlog, where they got to climb the volcano at the Gardens. There it is. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool they got that. No approval to video in the card room, so we're just gonna review some hands right here. So I don't know about you, but I always feel short-handed here. The buy-in at the 2-3 is capped at 200, so I always feel like I'm running on the short stack. Hey, but it is what it is. You gotta win some hands to build the stack up to get ahead here. So without any further, let's get into some hand reviews. All right, so in the first hand I want to go over, I looked down at pocket 8s in the small blind. Again, we're in a 2-3 table. So when the action basically folds around, I think the action folded around here, the button bets 34. So I'm on the big blind with my pocket 8s. I easily make the call here. He's got about 300 in a stack, so I'm going to set mine here and try to triple up this bet here. That's my theory with pocket pairs, middle, pocket pairs, low pocket pairs. I'm going to set mine. I'm out to hit a set. If I can hit a set, great. I'm going to run with it. If I can't, I'm typically going to give up and fold. So I go ahead and call the 34 here. Then the big blind has the audacity to push in 120 on a raise. The button calls, so at this point with 260 out there in the pot or so, I'll get the numbers right down here. What option do I have? I probably could fold here. I'm in for 34. I got 160-ish left in my stack. It's a problem here playing short stack. So you know what? I make the call here. I'm going to set mine. So the flop comes down 10-7 deuce rainbow. So the action checks around to the button, our pre-flop aggressor who 3-bet to the 120. And so he just takes the rest of his stack and he shoves it. So again, here's the problem at places like Gardens. With a 200 cap, I'm in for 120 already. I think I'd lost a hand or two prior to this, so I have 60 left in my stack. What am I going to do? 60 in my stack with 360 out there, 480 at this point out there. The price is too good not to call. So even though I figure I'm behind, I'm going to call and just hope to hit a godly 2-outer here. So anyways, I make the call. Villain rolls over ace-10, and our hand does not improve at all. You know, so be it. Kind of like in the last video when my pocket 8s got cracked by a bigger full house, even though I flopped the full house. That's how the night here at the Garden starts. So let's talk about quarantine. What did you do during your time? You know, I'm on my run here to log 500 hours at the 2-3 no limit tables to see if I can stand up and be a winning player long term. I've definitely had my short term runs of wins. I'm up this year still, even after my loss last night, which was pretty big. And I'm thankful that I have a full-time day job. Also have a part-time business as a photographer, and I have a huge family. So blended family. My wife's amazing. We have 5 boys between the two of us. 4 of them live at home. One of them aged out. He aged out of the parental system. So you know, just thankful. Life has been blessed for us. I know not everybody has had it so great during quarantines. I know a lot of people that have been in need. We've been doing our part during quarantine. We've donated a lot of money to various agencies and foundations. We've donated food where we can, and you know, we're trying to do our part to be good members of society. So anyways, I hope you're all doing well with quarantine. So yeah, during quarantine we just stayed busy playing games as a family, binge watched a bunch of TV. You know, did that sort of thing. So it's been different working at home, not leaving the house much. So it's been nice to get out for 2 days in a row to play some cards, get my hands on the cards. That was a good feeling. All right, so next hand I want to go over. I'm in the cutoff, and I look down at pocket 5s, and I raise it up to 15 bucks. The button and the small blind calls, and so does the hijack. The flop comes down ace-10-7 with 2 clubs on the board. This does not help at all. Just total bricks for us. The small blind and the hijack both check, so I'm going to take advantage of their weakness, and I'm going to put in a bet of 25 right here. The button turns around and raises to 125. So the button, he's a fairly tight player, had a big stack in front of him. I'm going to believe him, and I lay my hand down right here. All right, so we look at the hand of pocket 8s and the hand of pocket 5s, and that's kind of how my cards have been looking all day. Little cards, not getting a whole lot, running pretty cold right now. So in this hand, I'm in middle position, and I look down at 3-4 of diamonds. The button raises it up to 20 bucks, and there's 2 callers, including myself. I don't typically suggest playing this hand, especially from middle position. But I thought, what the heck, this is the way the day is going. I'm going to play what the card gods are giving to me right now. So the flop comes down, king of diamonds, jack of diamonds, 7 of hearts. So now I've flopped a baby flush draw. And with 103 behind, again, we're running short stack. I bought in for a second time already. I'm in for 4 today. Yeah, I just push in. So $103 all in, and the button calls. He's got queen, jack off, so he's got middle pair. Well, the turn comes the queen of clubs. So I'm just figuring I'm going to give it up. I start reaching in my pocket for another buy-in, and the river is the miracle diamond that I was looking for. So I got a good run out there. My baby flush held up, and we're going to take this pot down. So I don't typically suggest playing 3-4 of diamonds. These 3-4 suited, 2-3, 2-5, 3-5. Yeah. So my opening range is definitely in need of a lot of work and a lot of help. But hey, that's why I'm here. So I hope that you guys do comment down below. I'd love your feedback. I'm trying to learn here. It's all a growing process. By no means am I a pro. Just play a lot, and again, trying to log 500 hours to see if I can be a long-term winning player. All right, let's take a look at another hand. So under the gun, I have ace of diamonds, jack of clubs, ace jack offsuit, and I raise it up to 20 bucks after the under the gun player had straddled. So only under the gun calls on this, so we're going to go heads up to the flop. And the under the gun player here is loose aggressive. He's played every single hand. I've seen dozens of orbits now. He's played every single hand. His stack has grown pretty big. He's probably sitting with 1,200 in front of him right now against my 110 or whatever I have left at the moment. So playing every hand, his range has been really wide, and typically he'll bet when he's connected with the board in some manner. But I don't know that I've ever seen him check. So he checks blind here, which throws me off a little bit. And the flop comes down jack 9-8. I'm going to make a continuation here with my top, so I go ahead and put a bet of 25 into this $40 pot. Interesting that the under the gun player calls here. So there's a straight draw out there. He could easily have 2 pair jack 9. I've seen it before. So when he calls, I'm a little bit nervous here. I could be up a lot. I could be up against a lot right here. So the turn comes a 7. And the action check. He didn't check blind this time. He did wait until the turn came to check. Sees a 7 and he checks it. So now I'm thinking, could he have a 10? And he's trying to trap because he knows I'm going to continue. So I go ahead and check behind. The river comes a 9 and under the gun player checks. So really, it didn't change much. Could have made a full house if he is holding jack 9. Could still have a 10 and have made a straight and not want to bet because now there's a potential full house out there. These are all the kinds of things that are going through my mind. So when he checks on the river, I'm happy to check behind. He turns over queen 7, so he did have a gut shot. He needed the 10, missed his straight, and we're going to take this pot down. I should have probably known when he checked. Like I said, he will typically bet when he connects in some manner. Even if he has bottom pair, he'll typically bet. So when he checked, I should have read that as weakness. But I think being short stack, I'm playing with a little bit of scared money right now. I haven't been adding on when I get short stacked. I've just been playing till it's gone, which is probably not the way to go. All right, so looking in this last hand, the player to my right's the loose aggressive player that I mentioned earlier. His stack has dwindled. He was up 1,200, and his stack has probably dwindled down to 300 at this point. And what's funny, he says, I just need my pocket aces cracked once, so my night will be complete. My day won't be complete until my pocket aces get cracked. Don't you agree? And he was just talking and mouthy the whole time. And at this point, there's a new player in seat 3 who sat down, who was really obnoxious to the dealer, has slowed the game down. The dealers had to ask him every time to make a play. So the whole dynamic of the table's changed. And, I'm not having a whole lot of fun anymore, being that I'm down 3 buy-ins and got this guy that sat down here at the end of the table and this guy to the right of me that's talking. So let's take a look at this hand. Middle position opens it up to 15 and the hijack calls, and I look down on the button with pocket aces. Can't be a more beautiful spot. So I go ahead and bump it up to 50 from the 15, and both players call. The flop comes down king 9-6, and the action checks around to me. So I have $135 left here in my stack. We have 150 in the pot, so I'm just going to jam my stack in here and see what happens. Well, that loose aggressive player that's sitting to my right, he goes ahead and makes the call, and the turn comes a blank, and the river's a jack. Well, our loose aggressive player here hit 2 pair on the river with jack 9, cracking my aces and taking my third buy-in of the day. All right, so with that, I reach in my pocket for one more buy-in. I'm in for 8, I leave for 0, and that's how my weekend went. It really never improved from last night's game when my flopped full house gets beaten by a bigger full house on the river. Here my pocket aces get cracked on the river. So what do I think of Hawaiian Gardens? You know, the food's very mediocre. I'll tell you, the staff is polite and kind. They did a good job getting everybody in. You have to have a player's card to go play there right now. You have to scan it, get your temperature taken as you walk through a thermal scanner. They require that you wear a mask while you play, and they have plexiglass up between the seats, and they're playing 8-handed, so that's great. You know, I'm still here in Vegas is short-handed, so I'm thankful that here in LA we're 8-handed. I've logged a win in the past at the Gardens. I came down here once before. I played in a 140-person, $100 buy-in tournament and placed 17th. Wasn't enough for the money. And then played some cash at the 2-3 and did okay. Won a few bucks that day. So it's been a while since I've been down here. So I wanted to come give it a try since I had 2 days back-to-back to go play on Father's Day weekend. So would I go back? Yeah, probably, but that commute for me is a long ways. I'm in Ventura County. I'm waiting on our Ventura card room to open back up, so hopefully they do, and hopefully I can bring some winning action from there. But for now, first 2 sessions back at live poker haven't gone so well, and I'll just chalk it up to experience. Logs a few more hours on my way to 500 hours, and I appreciate you guys being here. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. Give a subscribe down there. It really helps the channel out. I appreciate it a lot as I grow here, just getting going. Vlog number 4. Hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to reading your comments. Peace out, guys.